I've spent the past 2 years shooting landscapes, air shows, wildlife, travel photos, the Milky Way, and even a total solar eclipse with the Nikon Z8 in real-world, unpredictable conditions, and after pushing this camera to its limits, I can confidently say 2025 is the best year to buy the Z8. So today, I'm giving you 10 real reasons why the Z8 has become one of the smartest and safest camera purchases this season. Whether you're coming from a beginner setup or finally ditching the DSLR, let's get started. Holiday camera buying usually comes down to one big question: is it worth the money? And right now, the Nikon Z8 gives you flagship performance at a price that's far more manageable than the Z9. They share the same powerful 45.7 megapixel stacked sensor, similar autofocus capabilities, and a nearly identical image pipeline. But you're not paying for the integrated grip and added weight. What I love most, this camera hits the sweet spot for enthusiasts and working pros who don't want to overspend. You get everything you need and nothing you don't, while keeping your setup compact enough for travel, handheld shooting, and long days in the field. With holiday pricing, bundles, and financing options popping up, the Z8 delivers a return on investment most cameras just can't match. In 2025 performance per dollar, the Z8 wins. The Z8 that launched and the Z8 today, two totally different cameras. Nikon's Firmware 3.0 and later updates have dramatically improved autofocus speed, reliability, subject detection, and tracking behavior, especially for fast and unpredictable subjects like birds and aircraft. The newly added pixel shift shooting feature is a game changer for studio shooters, landscapers, and anyone who wants maximum detail and perfect color sampling. There's also new auto exposure bracketing options when using pixel shift, plus refinements to focus shift for macro and product photographers. These updates show that Nikon continues to actively invest in this camera's future, which is huge for long-term value. You're not buying older tech, you're buying a platform that's still evolving. And unlike competitors who lock major upgrades behind new models, Nikon is giving Z8 owners more capability over time. This camera has literally gotten better while sitting in my hands over the last 2 years. The Z8's 45.7 megapixel stacked sensor delivers some of the most reliable and detailed images I've ever shot. Whether I'm capturing sunrise landscapes with extreme contrast or low-light Milky Way scenes where every photon matters, the dynamic range gives me huge flexibility in post. I can bring back shadows that looked pitch black to the eye or tame highlights that were on the edge of clipping. Colors look natural and clean with Nikon's signature look, especially in blue hour skies and skin tones. The lack of a mechanical shutter eliminates slight vibrations that can soften images during long exposures. I've printed photos large and the details hold up every time. There's zero fear of your image falling apart on big screens or prints. If you want a camera that gives you room to create, adjust, and grow, the Z8's image quality delivers consistently. Before we keep going, if this has already helped you out at all, tap that like button and subscribe so that you don't miss future Z8 tutorials and gear breakdowns. And if you're thinking about buying the Z8 or currently building your kit, I've included my recommended accessories and lenses linked down in the description through Amazon affiliate links. That helps support the channel at no extra cost to you, so thank you. I'll also leave a link to the full blog post that goes deeper into these 10 reasons, including example photos, recommended starter kits, and more helpful buying insights. Be sure to check that out after this video. Specs are one thing, trust is another, and autofocus is where trust matters most. I rely on the Z8 for air shows with jets ripping through the sky, wildlife moving unpredictably, and travel moments that last a split second. And it hits focus with confidence. Subject detection isn't limited to just faces. It recognizes birds, vehicles, aircraft, motorcycles, and more, automatically locking on and staying glued. Firmware improvements have made the autofocus smarter at picking the right subject without hunting or jumping to the background. The blackout-free EVF helps me track fast subjects smoothly without losing them mid-burst. When I'm capturing birds in flight or fast-action airshow passes, the Z8 feels like it's consistently one step ahead, helping me keep shots crisp under pressure. If focus is the difference between a keeper and a missed moment, the Z8 stacks up as one of the most reliable cameras you can carry. The Z8 shoots up to 20 frames per second RAW, and that speed means nothing gets in the way when you're trying to capture the perfect wing position on a bird or the exact moment a jet rolls through the frame. Every press of the shutter feels instant and responsive. No noticeable lag, no mechanical shutter shock. Because it uses only electronic shutter, there's no shutter wear and fewer moving parts to fail over time. a major longevity benefit for high-volume shooters. The buffer is deep enough for real action bursts, and clearing times are quick with CF Express cards. Whether I'm tracking an eagle diving for prey or grabbing a fast portrait and changing light on a trip, the Z8 never slows me down. When photography depends on timing, this camera keeps up with everything. If you're a hybrid creator or even just someone who wants professional quality video without carrying another camera, the Z8 is built for you. You get 8K oversampled 4K from 8K for sharper detail, 10-bit internal recording, and advanced codecs like NRAW and ProRes RAW. That means you can shoot cinematic footage and have full flexibility in editing color and exposure. I've used the Z8 for travel, handheld, outdoors, changing conditions, and it handles rolling shutter well thanks to the stacked sensor. The autofocus performance carries over beautifully into video modes. You can confidently shoot interviews, B-roll, family moments, or even commercial projects. If you want one device that handles both photo and video at a very high level, the Z8 is a powerhouse. The Z8 supports CF Express Type B and SD cards, which gives you flexibility depending on what you're shooting. If you're recording huge 8K video files or long bursts of wildlife action, CF Express handles it. If you're traveling and just need backup space, SD is easy to find anywhere. That dual slot choice ensures you're not stuck with limited options down the road, but make sure you purchase high quality cards to prevent overheating. I'll leave my recommendations in the affiliate links below in the description. One of my favorite things, the USB-C power delivery. I can charge or power the camera from a battery bank while shooting sunset time lapses or long astrophotography sessions. No need to worry about a dead battery cutting the night short. With the right accessories, you can run this camera practically all day. Fast connectivity makes image transfers easier too. All this adds up to a camera that's built for the future and not one that's already behind the curve. I've used the Z8 in cold morning air, windy coastlines, eclipse trips, and damp night conditions, and the camera has never flinched. The weather sealing combined with a rugged build gives you confidence to keep shooting when others start packing up. That's not even talking about the amazing sensor shield that this camera has. Additionally, the body shape is similar to Nikon's high-end DSLRs, which makes the transition feel familiar and extremely comfortable during long handheld sessions. What stands out is how the camera balances with lenses like the 24-120 or the massive 600mm. Not too front-heavy and not too light. Controls are tactile and well-spaced even when wearing gloves. It feels like a camera made for working photographers, not a fragile gadget you constantly worry about. When I'm shooting in places where dust, moisture, or wind are trying to ruin the fun, the Z8 just keeps going like a tank that still feels great in hand. A great camera body is only as strong as the lens system behind it, and the Z-mount has matured into one of the best lineups today. The native lenses are incredibly sharp with fast apertures and advanced coatings that produce beautiful contrast and flare control. Whether you shoot wide-angle landscapes with the 14-24, fast primes for portraits, or long telephotos like the 600mm for wildlife, the options are now fully fleshed out. Third-party support has also grown rapidly. Tamron and Sigma are entering the space, which means more budget-friendly choices without sacrificing quality. And if you've built a DSLR lens collection, the FTZ adapter lets you carry your favorite f-mount lens forward. You're not switching to a system that's still waiting on missing lenses. You're stepping into a lineup that's ready for anything you want to shoot today and tomorrow. If you're coming from a Nikon DSLR or a crop sensor body, upgrading to the Z8 feels familiar, but with a huge leap in performance. The button layout, menus, and ergonomics don't require relearning photography. The AVF gives you a real-time preview of exposure, color balance, and depth of field before you take the shot, something DSLRs just can't offer. Using the FTZ adapter means your existing lens collection still has value when you build your Z-mount setup over time, and features like built-in stabilization, faster autofocus, and silent shooting will make your older setup feel like ancient history. Whether you shoot wildlife, portraits, or travel, you'll immediately notice how many more keepers you get. It feels like finally having a camera that can keep up with your skills, excitement, and creativity. So if you're planning a camera upgrade before the holidays, I genuinely believe the Nikon Z8 is the smartest buy in 2025. You get top-tier performance, elite autofocus, better handling, incredible image quality, and a camera that actively improves with continued firmware support. If you enjoyed this breakdown or it helped you with your buying decision, Hit like, subscribe, and drop your questions down in the comments. I'm always happy to help. And if you're already a Z8 shooter, tell me your favorite feature so far. Thanks for watching. Now get out there and create something amazing.